Hey guys, real quick before the video begins, I'd just like to talk to you real quick about Patreon. It's a way to support me and my channel and what I do on a monthly basis. There's plans that start at $1 and go up to $5. You can get different benefits with each plan, but a lot of people ask me for shout outs in the comments section. So if you would like a personal shout out by me once a month, then sign up for Patreon. And with that being said, I'd like to give the monthly shout outs to, drumroll, Mark Clauser, Paige, and Jen Durner. If you're also on Patreon, $3 or more, you get a handwritten letter from me once a month. I'm going to tell you what's going on in the channel, what I'm doing, what videos are coming up on Patreon, things like that. So if you're interested, I'm going to have the link somewhere on the screen and in the description for you, so be sure to sign up. Hey everyone, long time no see. So today I just had the bright idea to see what hate comments I could find. I must have been really bored, right? Well, actually I kind of have fun with these. I like them. Some of these roasts are just, a few of them are great, honestly, I can admit. But a lot of these, I will say, are a little explicit. They're pretty sexist, some of them. So if you are a type of person that gets offended by that stuff, say just cut it off right now. Just click off, because you're not gonna like what you hear or what you see on screen, because I'm gonna be putting these comments over here. Anyway, so gonna pronounce the names if I can. Same type of, I guess, format as the last one. This is part 2, so like I said, comments will be in the corner, or whichever corner. And if I can pronounce the name, I will do my best. If not, it's a no-go. Sorry. First comment was from BG Cheese. Would be a great video if the person didn't talk like she was on meth. Yeah, because you can totally see me just tweaking around. Like, I just can't stop. I'm all hyped up. Like, no, honestly, like, it is funny because a lot of people do say, and I have done a recent poll trying to, better myself, better my channel. I think that it's important to kind of get that feedback, to know, at least important to me. And a lot of people were saying, with the voiceovers, that I was talking a little slow. And, I realized that, and I am trying to work on it. And hopefully, over time, I can get better at it. But this is almost counterintuitive, because if you know anything about methamphetamine, of course, when you aren't, like, tweaking and all that stuff, when you're, out, you're just out and you're, like, asleep or whatever. But it's definitely an upper, so I am not, I can admit this, I am not a fast talker on this channel, so this guy has got his drugs a little mixed up there. Brian Ray says, the only cancer here is your voice. And yet again, I will admit that I could improve, the voiceovers, how I do talk, and I know that I could be faster. I could, do some things to improve, and I'm trying to do that. And, you can't please everyone. So that's just how I see it. And, if you don't like it, don't watch my channel. Sorry. Richard Allen says, I got 3 minutes in before having to stop. The narrator's inflection genuinely made me feel nauseous. So my voice made him sick to his stomach. That's some major cringe right there, I guess. It must be really cringy. I don't know. Richard thinks so. No. It's all good. It's all good. Javon, yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce this. It's obviously French, and I am not French. Learn to read and how to pronounce players' names before narrating. So a lot of channels that I know of on YouTube that do the voiceovers and stuff like that, they have gotten a lot of heat, like me, for pronouncing names wrong. And honestly, like, I've tried my best to, over time, to do that when I realized I was making those mistakes. And, you know, I'm human. I'm not always going to be pronouncing the names right. That's just how it is. It's no, I don't mean any disrespect. And if, you know, these people, if you're watching this and you feel like I disrespected you, I'm genuinely sorry, but there's no way for me to know how to pronounce every single name correctly, especially when I speak English, and a lot of these names are different. Like, I do try to listen sometimes to clips with the player's name mentioned, but even then, sometimes it's still not right. I mean, if you watch Don Cherry, Don Cherry's, whoo, he pronounces like almost every single name wrong, and in a really weird way. Like, it's usually way off. So, just saying. I got a few of these in here that were kind of funny just to lighten the mood a little bit. But dude from the neighborhood says, "Marry me, Alyssa." I'm not exactly a free agent, dude. Dude from the neighborhood. I am not. Sorry. But there's someone out there for you. Just saying. I know it. I'm not gonna say this name because it's a number, mostly. Well, initials and numbers. NPC something, I'm not gonna pronounce it, but it says, "This broad knows nothing about hockey." Alright. That's usually what guys tend to say. They tend to comment that, and for some reason, if you're a girl in their minds, then that it automatically takes you out of a category of being relevant or knowing any hockey knowledge. And for that, I really don't understand. It's really closed-minded thinking, and I really don't have any tolerance for it. But you know, if you're in the hockey community and you're a girl and you're on YouTube or you're trying to start a channel, don't let them get you. Don't let them bring you down, because honestly, if you're brave enough to get up there and you know, it's almost like, you know, my dad's a mechanical engineer, and it's almost like it's getting better, but I do know this: if you're a girl and you're wanting to be that, you're gonna get a lot of criticism. Why? Because it's a male-dominated industry, a profession. So it's a male-dominated community, even on social media. So you're gonna get that criticism, but, you know, like I do. Because, I mean, that's the only way to do it, right? You can't let them get to you, and that's what I like to stress a lot. And a lot of these sexist comments, I mean, like, these people, they obviously are very small-minded and living under rocks or something. So yeah. Another similar comment by Speed says, "I think you should get back to the kitchen." Ooh. I commented down below. I'm not going to show that comment on screen, but I did say, "I think you should get back to the cave where you obviously came from." So, how relevant is that? This one, I don't know, you might want to just, like, fast forward, because this is a long one, if, like, this is going to bore you, because this dude, like, wrote a book. Like, he legit sat down and wrote a book. And I commend him for it. Took time, but, This is a long one here. "No, Alyssa, hate does not come with being a YouTuber. This vlog is over a year old, and you've done nothing to improve the situation. I think the problem is you made the wrong type of channel. You're obsessed with drama, love/hate, spilling the tea, etc. Maybe you should have made a drama channel instead. You don't have to be a four-year degree grad to figure out that I was just touching on a minute ago. Sports type channels are dominated by male viewers and creators." Okay, just the same way most females view makeup tutorials. Tolerance comes with maturity, and I'm sure you will get there someday. Technically speaking, your standards are low. Instead of making excuses, and this was on my last hate video I did, I forgot to mention that, but just try and do the best you can with what you've got. Wait, he I've obviously not got the right parts for the male-dominated hockey community. Anyways, back to this slander. Besides, you make enough AdSense to afford better equipment. Okay, let me stop him right there. I primarily don't make videos like this. If I did, yes, I would probably upgrade and buy a decent camera, but I don't. Now, do I want to buy one eventually? Yeah, it would be cool. Would I like to buy a drone just to mess around with it? Yeah, probably. But is that primarily what this channel's about? Is that primarily what I'm known for? Is that primarily what types of videos have done well for me specifically as a YouTuber? No. So it's just really, I don't know, not relevant. I mean, I'm sorry, but okay, back to this book. People know when you are just phoning it in. They know when you are just reading copy and want to sound interesting or interested. You could also make a few seconds to learn how to pronounce the words you use, especially people's names. It's so disrespectful to butcher someone's name, especially when you claim to be an expert on the subject, and you do that quite often, even a year and a half later. It seems to me that you were just aching to be a YouTuber and live that kind of life with all the likes and the haters and the diss tracks and the hate comments and the content strikes and the engagements and all the frills and the fun stuff that makes a YouTuber. But you picked a difficult community to do that all in. Okay, I want to cut him off just for a minute. Difficult community. See, that's part of the reason why I think, honestly, that I have thrived. And I'm not going to say that, I'm the best YouTuber out there, hockey YouTuber, because I'm not. And I can say that. And, I know that I have room to improve. I would definitely say that one thing that really turned me on to doing this was the challenge, the thought of the challenge. Because for me, for whatever reason, I thrive under adversity, and that's when I shine my brightest, and that's always pretty much how it's been. But so for me personally, I don't see it being because it's a male-dominated sport or a male-dominated community, for me to stop, because honestly, that's why I really wanted to do it. Because when I started this, there wasn't Jillian Fisher, there wasn't Jens95, there wasn't many out there that were well known, and therefore I wanted to be that person. Now, do I think that I'm the best female YouTuber, hockey YouTuber out there? No, I don't. But at the same time, I do realize that I've been fortunate enough to gain, over 40,000 subscribers. And again, I know that I can improve, but this guy obviously does not know me. Anyways, I digress. Oh, and side note, this guy could have just put commas, because oh my gosh, it's very grammatically incorrect and it's driving me nuts. You can't be all that bad because you're a hockey fan. So if you truly want to be a hockey channel, respect that. Don't instigate international tensions. It's hockey, not political intrigue. Insulting someone because of their nationality is kid stuff. Okay, well, insulting someone because of their sexuality is kid stuff. Saying basically that they can't do something is kid stuff. But anyways, you should be above that by now. You're trying to make this a sexist issue. It's not. You're not the victim. Try and remember that hockey and the whole world, in fact, existed before you were born. Oh man. Woo! I am floored right now. Sometimes you speak as though you're the only one that knew that Guy Lafleur was a great hockey player, even though many of us were big fans of his. I don't really talk about Guy Lafleur that often, so that's really interesting. It's okay to be young. Just don't pretend to be an expert on anything these days, especially with Google so handy when you obviously aren't. Just read, don't just read copy. God, it's so frustrating. You aren't good at reading copy. Well, you aren't good at speaking English. So improvise over bullet points. That way you sound natural and what you say won't sound memorized. Anyway, anybody can read. A real lover puts their heart into their words and you can actually see it and feel it. I don't see or feel that emotion from you. Maybe you just care more about being a YouTuber than care about hockey. A year later, you're the same, and that has to tell you something. All right, so I understand where this guy's coming from. You know, if you listen to my voice, sometimes I don't sound that enthusiastic. Sometimes I don't sound, you know, like I'm just jumping for joy, like Christmas came early type of attitude. But everyone does things differently, and I mean, like I said, I understand that I have room to improve, but also you have to remember that everyone has a different personality. Steve Dangle, for instance, I would say is very charismatic, and therefore, you know, he has that ability to entertain. I don't want to get up and fake that every day. I don't want to fake who I am. I don't want to be a phony. Like, I want to be me. That's it. I don't want to put on a show, and that's never been what I've wanted to do. Now, like I said, for Steve Dangle, that his personality, I think it comes natural. It's a natural thing. But for me, it would be very unnatural to hear me, you know, sound like I'm super excited and I just can't, you know, hold my enthusiasm. The passion's there, but my personality is different. You know, those of you that don't know me, I think as far as to identify with maybe a hockey player's personality, I would identify with more of like Braden Holtby. Very even-keeled, very, you know, not very expressive all the time. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I'm not passionate. It doesn't mean that, you know, when Jordan Bennington, you know, when he was out there, they were telling him to show emotion, but you know, you knew it was there. It was just, again, it's not his type of personality. So, like I said, I understand where this guy's coming from, but, you know, he doesn't know me. So, the opinion, in my mind, is irrelevant. Anyways, this one was a good roast, and I was happy about this roast. I love when someone can roast me, and it's funny, and it just makes me laugh. Like, I didn't even take offense to this. Like when they're good like this, like they just make me laugh. So it's by Tonto8910. And for any of you non-Spanish speakers, Tonto actually means stupid in Spanish. So interesting choice of username, but this this comment, because of what's in the comment, that's why I'm saying that. It's ironic. You are so stupid because you will probably get traded at the end of your draft. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, Speed. And this is the same guy that talked about the whole being a woman and going to the kitchen. Alyssa Hope, you don't deserve equal rights because you are so stupid. So this is the guy that already said that I needed to go back to the kitchen, blah, 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 and then he's tacking on the equal rights. So when people say, like that guy previously, that I'm making this all up, that I'm just, you know, basically getting my panties in a wad because nobody's being sexist because, you know, it's not an issue. Like, yeah, it's an issue. It's an issue every day. If you read the comments, I choose usually, and this is how I deal with it. I compartmentalize. So this is me kind of having fun, and I'm, laughing about it. But I get these comments almost every day on a daily basis. So you can't say that it's not a thing, because it's definitely a freaking thing. All right, Matthew Carr. Your voice is stupid and you have trouble pronouncing basic words. You have 41,000 subscribers and zero knowledge at all. You have zero knowledge at all. Well, if you know anything about me, I'm from a state where lucky enough to graduate the 5th grade. West Virginia. We're not very smart here, and we don't pronounce words right. So, if you're mad about it, take it up with my teachers, because I didn't stand a chance, man. I'm sorry. I'm kidding, but I don't know. Joey Scholl says, I clicked on the video until I heard the girl and left. Man, didn't even give me a chance. Oh well. That dank kid. And I like this one, so that's why I had it. This one's, I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's just kind of, I like it. I like the flavor. New conspiracy. Alyssa Hope is the female Marchand. And like I said, I would identify my personality with more of like Braden Holby, but I like Marchand mainly because that's also a little tint of my personality. If you know me, I like to mess around. I like to, joke. I like to at times instigate in a less violent way. Anyways, all right. Next guy says, you're an American female. You don't know, and I don't want to get demonetized, so I'm just gonna put it on the screen. Anyways, yeah, okay, so I'm American and I'm a girl, so that makes me inferior, I guess. I don't know where, I'm gonna guess that this guy is male and Canadian. So there you go. Alyssa Hope, that sounds like a porn name. Whoa. Yeah, you wish, don't you? The Daily Life of Jay. I dislike this video simply because boys are only watching because you are an owner of a... Yeah. That's interesting because honestly a lot of guys, like the one just a couple comments ago, click off because I'm a girl. So I don't really think this is accurate. I don't think that that's necessarily true, but whatever. I liked this one, well, I just thought it was funny. Compliments can be nice, USA MP says, wow, so beautiful and very sexy. So, like I said, comments can be nice when they're not extremely creepy and weird, which, you do get that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, it's fun to just kind of, hash it out and to kind of face the criticism head on. And do I think that all the time that this, having a channel and on YouTube and having hate is always easy? No, but when you do make a channel, you realize that your greatest enemy is right here. And to anyone that is starting a channel, wanting to start a channel, has a channel, and has faced criticism or will in the future, I just commend you to just embrace it. Don't let it bring you down, because your mind's your greatest enemy. And this with having a channel, it really is, and you can get in a rut very easily if you are thinking in the wrong way. So yeah, you open up those comments, you see the negativity, well, have fun with it, and embrace it, laugh about it. And if you can't take it, well, I would just urge you not to look at the comments if you think you can't take it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, it was a lot of fun, and I don't know. I think it's interesting to hear what people do have to say. You know, whether it be bad, strange, whatever. I enjoy engaging with people on here, so it is fun, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows, as we have realized in this video. So hope you guys are getting ready for the awesome hockey coming up soon, as I am for sure, and I'll see y'all next time.